Perhaps the most all-consuming, interesting, and personally rewarding was working to establish the public library in Flagler County. When we moved to Flagler County, the only library was in Flagler Beach. We paid their fee and were glad it was there, but Merle felt strongly that there should be a free county library available to all. We got involved with the state library in Tallahassee, and with their leadership and the help of many, we were able to take a few short steps in that direction. For example, a small group from the Women's Club, including Winnie Flanagan, asked Merle to help them establish a library. We started storing donated books in garages and extra rooms. Dr. Jack and Augusta Dunn offered the house that they had recently vacated. We filled that up, and then the house sold. We had to get the books out in a hurry. The only county building available was in the Hammock. Jamie Likens helped set up a short-lived lending library there. We transferred the books up the Intracoastal on Bill Cochrana's boat. Soon after, there was a fire in the community center, and we had to make other plans. Merle was on the board of trustees at Daytona Beach Community College and told the president, Dr. Charles Polk, of our need for space. Dr. Polk said he was planning to open some college classrooms in a storefront in the Palm Harbor Shopping Center, which would include some shelves for reference books. We were able to use the remaining unused shelves for our library. The space was free and the air conditioning paid for by the college, which also supplied staff know-how in setting up a library. Merle and I had gone to Tallahassee several times and made contact with the Florida Library Association and the State Friends of the Library group, who were extremely helpful in getting us started and keeping us going on building a library. Merle eventually became president of the State Friends Group, and he and I were honored in 1988 with the Volunteer of the Year Award. I remember Sandra Rose and Sidney Friedman attending the ceremony with us in Miami Beach. They had been very involved with the library since their arrival, but that's the story they should tell.
As the president of the Friends of the Library, what would you say was the most valued thing that you've accomplished during your tenure?
I guess my lobbying and advocacy must have been the thing that brought things together.
Tell us about your pen.
My pen. I believe strongly in that. People always look. You notice? Yeah, well, Elaine Wright, this was 7 or 8 years ago, we were talking about the best way to promote the idea. And I was thinking of a bumper sticker. I hate most of the bumper stickers. I don't put them on my car. And Elaine said, why don't you get a button instead? I have a slogan, Flagler County needs a new, larger public library. I said, okay, we'll do that. And we got the button and distributed. Many people wore them for quite a while. I put mine on and didn't take it off. But I found that kind of lobbying and advocacy is what gets it done. Getting it into the newspaper as much as possible. We were very fortunate that the county commissioners realized, Doug did a marvelous job on getting the grant. He was highly complimented on how well he did it. There's a letter in the Friends office I framed because telling what a wonderful application he put in. Filled out everything they wanted to know, and we got the $400,000. But if it weren't used by August 1st, 1988, not 1998, the decades slip away, but it would be forfeited. And so I knew the county commissioners pretty well by then, and I talked, and anyway, in their wisdom, They recognize you don't lose $400,000. And they got the $1.5 million that we needed. So it was serendipitous. I mean, sure, I talked and I talked, but the fact that the county pitched in, that there was a deadline, and that's what got the thing going. And then everybody did it. But it's advocacy and lobbying which gets results.
What would you say is the greatest need for the library and for the future?
To be a very important integrated part for community life. What we're doing in our community room, in our meeting room, is wonderful. The programs that bring people in. We get people coming into the library who wouldn't otherwise come for books. You know, there was a time when we were thinking, oh, what if it turns into e-books? Who's going to come to the library? Well, it turns out that the library can be a center for culture, education, children. It becomes more than just a place to borrow books. And that's what I envision for it, and it's happening. And when I think the Friends, with the kind of funds we can raise, can supply what's needed, that's, to me, so gratifying. I think it's wonderful. That little bookshop is a big deal. I mean, the bookshop brings in a very comfortable sum every week. Of course, now we're paying sales tax. I try to avoid that, but we are paying sales tax to the state, but that's okay. The state needs our money, too. And, of course, our membership, we have now, I guess, about 1,000 sustaining members.